Where is it at? Where are you at? Oh, one moment here, trying to find the right goddess. Where are you at? There you are. Greetings and salutations. It is I, the spiritual entertainer. Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen renew. O earth, return, arise from out of the dewy grass. Night is worn and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to see you. Good to have you here. I am your bard, your spiritual entertainer. Good to see you. Finn in Iceland is here, worshipper of the old gods. Good to have you. And Darth, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to have all of you. I'm glad that Iceland finally is able to join us on the Discord. I'm very happy for you, Iceland. Glad that you were able to figure that out. I wanted to talk about at some point the imagination. I'll wait till a little bit more people come on, because that's something that good to see you, Maple. That is something that we don't understand its context. We are told it's for make believe. We are told it is an instrument of escapism. But the imagination is a perception. We use it to create. It's an organ of perception. When you experience a deity, for instance, the deity is experienced with your imagination. Many people do not experience the divine because they have closed the doors of their perception. They have been taught that this is just make-believe. The imagination is an organ for perceiving. And until we begin to understand this, we are going to not perceive the divine things as we should. It isn't. We are limited, of course, in our capacity of perception, but it is perception nonetheless. When I was a child, I thought uniquely about the world with the imagination. And now, as I have grown, my ability to use my imagination is changed, right? And sometimes for the worse. I could remember when I was a young person being able to perceive the world in a way. When I would read a book, for instance, as a young person, Choose Your Own Adventures was the books I was able to read, that I was able to experience the story. Unlike I would today if I were to read a book. There was something unique going on up here. I was able to take journeys. I was able to go places with my organ of perception, the imagination. I found myself not able to do that as an older person because I've been told that this is make-believe, that there is no purpose of this other than for escapism. So I've had to reorientate my perception. And William Blake, the great prophet, the great poet, the great druid, the great bard, who I begin my shows with, he taught people how to do that. He taught people how to perceive. Let's see here. The mind is the junction point of transcendental and the physical manifestation of the material world. Yeah, this is where you perceive everything. If you did not have this up here, your imagination, it would just be like everything would be vibrating, right? The imagination is the way to translate what you perceive with the organ of the eye or the ear. Without it, everything would be like vibrations. That's how the basis of all energy and matter, right? You agree 100%. Of course you do. Sorry for talking about wanks yesterday. Well, it was a great discussion about erectile dysfunction, so you don't have to be sorry. If there are things I can't talk about, I don't say it. There's some things I can't repeat what people say when they're talking about their wanks and things, because YouTube will, I got to make a living doing this. So there's only so much I can say on here without getting in trouble by the YouTube, because they'll take away my my livelihood if I get too far in the humor. It was an ED support group. It was okay. Yeah. Tonight, where's Iceland? I saw her on Discord. Iceland's going to. We have the necrophilia group is tonight. Necrophilia support group is Iceland's going to talk to us about her country and all of their wonderful practices that they have there over there in Iceland. You let your intrusive thoughts win. We can do that, right? Just like the ear is an organ of perception. You choose what you listen to. Sometimes you can't help it. Like if someone is playing some shitty music, you try to. What do you do when someone's playing shitty music? For example, today I was waiting for my daughter to get out of school, so I'm sitting in the parking lot. Thank you for the jewels. I am sitting in the parking lot, and someone pulls up to me and has got their radio full blast. I was sitting there meditating, and now my meditation is over, right? In the way I wanted to meditate. But I did not, that was there. There was nothing I could do about that. But I did not let that take away. I'm like, well, this is going to be a different type of meditation now. Everything is still here. It's just I have to change my mode of perception because I can no longer, have that quiet that is needed for deeper forms of meditation, right? Let's see here. Things get freaky in the Arctic Circle, certainly, yeah. Iceland would know when she... I just saw her on our Discord saying she'll probably be over here. So, shitty music rules, yeah. Oh, man. Somebody mentioned Bajoas yesterday. I'm like, I listened to them today. I'm like, yeah, I remember that. Bela Lugossi's dead. That song, remember that? I was listening to Susie and the Banshee most of the day here, and I had sent some music to one of my daughters. Like, yeah, I already listened to that. I have my own goth playlist. I'm like, oh, it wasn't called goth when I was younger. We called it alternative rock. Susie and the Banshees. I didn't know that she was part of the that Gothic people look to her as a form of foundation for their culture. I did not know that. Let's see here. Was waiting till you finished your grandma taught you to use your imagination while praying. And when you pray against dark forces, you should imagine cannon fire, fireballs. Yeah. Where does the battle take place spiritually? It begins in your mind, right? The mind usually images that would bring out about fear. And in that fear, what do? You take the can. Did you watch The Conjuring 2? The Conjuring Conjuring 4. The Conjuring 4 that was just on. They had a little song that they would say, and at the end they used the song to defeat the demon that was causing the problems here. They defeated them with their courage, with their ability to destroy its power. It was taking power from the psychics that were in the Conjuring movie. The being was using them as a baseboard for being able to manifest its power. And when they figured it out at the end, they're like, well, you can't do shit to us. Goodbye. Good to see you, Gerald. Good to see you. Embrace the shit music. I try not to. There's a lot of bad music out there. A lot of this modern music isn't for me. I'll take Susie and the Banshees over Taylor Swift any day. Let's see here. You took a bit further when you meditate giants, the dark. I become a galaxy the size of a phoenix. Yeah. Sounds exciting. Alternative rock, you miss it so much. Yeah, those were some good times as a young person, listening to the. Then everyone became alternative, right? I started getting into the alternative rock scene when I was a skateboarder. I started that like sixth grade. Listening to all that fun stuff. Uh, Father, good to see you. Good to see you. We always lose the first battle inside our minds. Ask any man who has tried to take over the world. Goodbye, right? Let's see here. Rose, what is Rose GTSY? What is that? I'm not familiar with the your letter, your way of your presentation of your words there, sir. Good to see you, Vixen. Good to see you. It's actually true. You don't tell many people this. Yeah, and Natalie, good to see you. Finished. That's what it means. All right. We are our own worst enemy. Yes, we are. We don't need a devil to do all of the problems. We do it all to ourselves, right? The devil just sits back and watches, and then takes over at the end. The damage that we do in any type of demonic encounter, or with evil spirits or whatever, we are doing the problems, right? This is something people in psychiatry and psychology, one of the main things they deal with is people who are trapped in their own memory. When you are trapped in your own memory, it goes over and over and over, and it causes all kinds of emotions. And they teach you how to deal with, letting the memory take its course instead of, repeating it over and over again. Learning to detach yourself from your memories, because you are not your memory. Your memory belongs to you. Your memory is not you. As Alan Watts said, the past and the future, they are illusions. There's only the now. There's only the now. There is no past or future. What we know of past exists right here. That's how we know of past, because we know it from this moment. And whatever we conceive of the future begins in the moment here. And that's, Alan Watts, right? That was one of my YouTube shorts this morning. I release a lot of YouTube shorts from Alan Watts. He's a wonderful, wonderful philosophical entertainer. See, that's where I got spiritual entertainer. I got that from him. He was the philosophical. I am the spiritual entertainer. Sven, you're obsessed by black magic. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. What kind of black magic? You are cursed with black magic? Sounds exciting. Black magic, if you please. What is that? Remember that lady who sang that song? I used to. Oh, that was Black Velvet. Oh, shit. Used to spend hours and hours listening to Alan Watts lectures. He's a brilliant person. I don't know what he thought about gods and things of that nature. I don't know if he was really deep into the Eastern, all right, where there's not a lot of room for deities and things. Let's see here. It was what I can't stand Christians claiming I step up the devil. I look foolish. Foolish people look at the mirror. Yeah, we do. We give the devil too much credit, right? We're always blaming devils and stuff like that. And we are responsible. The devils just feed. They feed off of what is there. You are the one responsible for your devils. The devils just, they are there to consume of what you give to them. You feed them. It's famous, what do you mean when you say the word I? Alan Watts, yeah. Am I a pastor? No, I'm not. I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. That's all I am. That's all I ever want to be. I got out of the religious business, like Alan Watts. He was a Anglican minister. So he left, right? I respect, I will love your sisters and brothers more. Treat others, like you want to be treated, right? Using the Dagda, di Sala, Watts appreciated the golden ass, which is about all religions being. Yes, who wrote that? Who wrote that book about the? I forgot the author who wrote about the golden ass. Today is your mother's birthday. We'll tell your mother happy birthday. Give the devil his due. Blah 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 blah. Right? Exactly. Right? Exactly. Yeah. My experience as an exorcist, the demons are real tiny. The person is the problem. The person is the one, with this apparatus is giving all of the problems that they're having. The demon's like just sitting back, as a passenger until you give them the steering wheel. And that's when they begin to drive. That's how it starts out. They coach you into a place of despair. They're like, they might start out like, what are the things like hauntings, for instance? How they'll start out in a haunting is they'll start moving shit around. And what does that do to you? Like when you see shit being moved around, you become frightened. You're like, that's not normal. That's inappropriate for my, like in The Conjuring 2, the last Conjuring movie. Was it The Conjuring movie? The demon would grab hold of the telephone wire and pull it into another room, and the lady began to despair. She began to be afraid. She did not know how to deal with it, right? How you would deal with that situation is really simple. If you see a demon messing with your shit, what you do is you go up to, in that case, it was a dark room, and the creature had pulled the telephone wire into the room, was holding it. What you should do is you go up to the darkness and let that shit go. Get the hell out of here. That's how you deal with the demon. You don't show it fear. You don't give it what it wants. You do the opposite of what the demons want, and they'll leave you alone. They'll wait for an opportunity later on down the road to annoy the shit out of you, right? That's what it's. I say this as someone who is terrorized. I was terrorized by demonic entities, and I learned that I was the source of the problem. It wasn't them, it was me. I was letting them push me around. And learning, by God's graciousness, the All-Father, telling me that I'm loved and that I'm never going to be forsaken, helped me to develop courage where I can go, hey, demon, they can't do anything to you when you know who you are, that you belong to the All-Father. Oh, let me see here. Let me catch up to your comments here. Good to see you. Jesus is here. Good to see you. You recall Mr. Watt's lecture where he thought experiment of all of us being a kind of God. You'll have to rewatch it. Yeah, I think that we are all part. I wanted to share this. Talking about perception and how the imagination, people are not taught to use it as an organ of perception. Like I perceive the goddess because of the organ of perception. It begins up here. Like I put a face on the presence, and now I feel the presence. It is the organ of perception. It's how we operate in every aspect of our life. I put a face on my wife. I see her coming in. The imagination gives me a face. There's my wife. When I'm talking to her on the telephone, there's a face, right? The imagination is your organ to perceive, not to pretend. In its lesser function, it can be used, for escapism, and play, right? Damn, this freaking chair's all tangled up with wires. My wife's office here is a mess. She's got wires all over the damn floor. Oh, gotta move that. But I wanted to share this small poem here. I wanted to share it with you. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful poem that I wanted to talk about. It's from William Blake, and it's really short. To see a world in a grain of sand, and heaven in a wildflower hold affinity, in the palms of your hand, and eternity in an hour. To see a world in a grain of sand, and heaven in a wildflower hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in the hour. When we pick up dirt, we are taught that it is just dirt. For William Blake, that dirt, with the organ of perception, was connected to eternity. It comes from the imagination of God. that little grain of sand is not separated. It is not separate. And neither is the wildflower. He refers to it, and heaven in a wildflower, holding this in the palm of your hand. Heaven, right there. That beauty is not separated from what we know of the divine. It is something that proceeds out of it. But we are not taught to perceive that way. We are taught that it is just a flower. It is just a piece of sand. This has to be reoriented. We are taught purposely to keep it shut, to not see the grain of sand as something connected to the heavenly. We are not able to perceive that because we've been taught not to use our imagination as a way to perceive. Until you learn to do that, until you are not going to see the world as you should. It will be boring, it will be lame, it will be a resource. And this, unfortunately, is the way that we find in the world, especially within the movement of atheism, not all of it. I think Sam Harris is an exclusion. This obsession with science. Science uses the imagination. You cannot separate it, but it is reduced. It is reduced extremely to not see beyond what is just in the palm of your hand, to not see that. Until you orient your faculty, your organ of imagination, you're not going to see the world as you should. All right, let me go back to your comments and things. But, this is very important. This is why simple people, they are able to perceive the spiritual much more than someone who has been through schooling and has their intellect refined, because they're taught not how to use it, right? There's a reason why, we find just children having experiences where adults do not have experiences. All right. Let me turn back to your comments, but I wanted to share that with you. And I hope that some of you could take that journey of reorientation of your imagination. And I know that some people in our Discord group, I can see that, with your experiences with dragons, right? That the organ of perception has put a face on that spiritual reality, that entity, right? That is what's taking place. Now, someone's dragon might not be the same kind as yours. A lot of how we are influences how we perceive with this organ of perception, our imagination. Yes, you're a samurai wiener? Is that what you are? Okay. Where am I at here? Good afternoon, Vixen. Good afternoon, Gerald. Bravo. Good luck to your uplifting your voice. Let's keep our mothers lifted up. Yes, wonderful. Yes, I released a lot of shorts today as well that promoted the woman, the sacredness of the lady. Some of you want to check that out there. All of my shorts they're under 10 seconds long, but I released a few about divine maternity. Let's see here. Negative entities feed on negative energy. That's right. They certainly do. They are your demons. Authentic reflection. Not necessarily. There's demons, and then it's kind of like in life, right? You have family members that belong to you. And sometimes your family members are a nuisance. They are part of you. But then there are people that are intruders into your community that are there to destroy. They are not there to benefit you. And this is, people, I'm not talking about Carl Jung demons. I'm not talking about psychological demons. I'm talking about bullies. People in school are not, the bully in your school, of your childhood, for instance, he is not you. He is a being that is up to no good. That's what I'm talking about. You have to make a distinction between these evil powers that want to harm you. There is a difference between, like I would say, like a guardian angel for Christians, right? Your guardian angel, for instance, or in the Greek culture, the daemon, right? The guardian angel protects you, certainly, but also kicks your ass at the same time. It pushes you into the fire sometimes so that you can learn. Your guardian angel might seem like your enemy, and sometimes that is perceived as a demon. And when he's trying to help you grow. And I think Carl Jung spoke about that, I believe, or some other philosopher, and how your demons become angels, right? Let's see here. Where am I at here? A little bit behind in the comments here. Trying to catch up to you. Let's see here. Arcadia. There is a big turd from space coming our way. Is it true? We're all in danger. No, you can wrap yourself up in toilet paper and you can deflect the energy of this giant turd. You should really go back and watch Watts. Yes. Yeah. He's a wonderful, wonderful, human being in terms of what he gave to the world, right? Much wisdom there, right? Let's see here. The Borg is here. The doctor ordered 2 doses of Father Deacon and 1 sweet roll. Glad to have you here, our friend. And Iceland, I'm glad that you found the Discord server. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you can join us in our D&D game on Fridays? Wouldn't that be fun? Now that you're on the Discord, right? Glad to finally have you on there. You can tell us so much about necrophilia in Iceland. It's necrophilia evening here. Let's see here. Have I not said ye are gods? Yeah, you have, right? You just woke up from your nap. Wonderful. Where are we at here? Crazy Vernon is here to criticize me, yes. Your nose has been bleeding all the day. Have you tried peanut butter? Put up your nostrils? I know that you're a fan, but there's other ways you can use it outside of your sexual pleasure. You can try to, close your nostrils up with it. And our good friend Deb is here, all the way down there in Australia, smoking her pipe. Deb Richardson, staying away from the didgeridoo. Ladies aren't supposed to use the didgeridoo, because we all know what happens when they do. You like William Blake? Yes. Let's see here. Iceland has hot men. I suppose so. Live, laugh, and love. Home. Is that what it is? The doors of perception were cleansed. It would appear to man as infinite. That's Blake right there. Yep. That is William Blake. That's what needs to happen, right? This needs to be cleansed because we are taught not to perceive. There's an agenda. The idea of the Matrix movie. That is a real reality that we are living in. There are powers who do not want you to perceive. They want you to think your imagination is just for pretending. Your imagination is the greatest organ that you possess, besides your private parts, that helps you operate in the world. Trying to catch up to your comments. Oh, my word. What do we have here? It's not a part of that which is divine. We are intrinsically tied to it, certainly. Yeah, we are part of this, pantheism, for instance. There's a reality in that sometimes is overlooked in terms of all things being connected. Now, I'm not a pantheist proper, I'm more a panentheist. But this idea that what we are comes from eternity. We are all proceed out of that. That grain of sand in that poem by Blake. The whole world in a grain of sand. That is the truth. That is the truth. And spirituality is all around us, but we are not perceiving it, right? We are taught to dull the imagination. One of the negative things about our modern media, and culture, television and video games, it has an effect on this. right? It certainly does. It replaces it in many respects. It's nothing wrong with it. I'm saying that it tends to replace. We have this problem, with the fantasy in many respects. That's why I like Dungeons and Dragons, because you can the imagination is really at work. Well, when in a video game like Skyrim, for instance, it is all set, right? And there's beauty in that, certainly, but you can only go so far. You can only go beyond what you can mod the game. You can't go, right? There's an infinite world here, and the imagination is the only thing that can give you access to it. Let's see here. To see the world in a grain of sand, and heaven in a wildflower. This man would do good to another, a must do in a minute particulars. Yeah, he is a wonderful person, Blake, right? That's how I start my show, right? This broadcast, podcast, stream, whatever the hell it's called. Voice of the Bard. I got that from him. I got it from him. Monet spent his whole life embracing special moments. He's famous for water lilies, but a special place in my heart is reserved for his painting of his beloved wife as the color left her face. Very interesting, very interesting. Hail Jord. What kind of deity is Jord? And she passed away? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Where are we at? The pick needs a repaint? I don't think so. Vernon, you're always on your bitching. Hail to the gods of the earth, certainly. Everyone's greeting, everyone reminds me of the Jurassic Park clip where all the DNA strands are saying, hello, John. I don't remember that, right? Did you see the last one? The last Jurassic Park. I mean, how many more are we going to get? Jurassic Park X. They're going to keep going. Jurassic Park 2030. Dinosaurs take over the world. Yeah, I watched the last one that came out. It was all right. It was all right. Guardian angels, yes. Jesus talked about the mustard seed. If you study Hindu, there's a chakra point called the mustard seed chakra. Yeah. You are a Sikh, right? I think you're the Sikh. I can't remember. And you have Dagda in your name, so I'm confused. Let's see here. Jesus is Lord. Caradwin died for you, so you could have her cauldron. Yes, I agree. I'm glad that Jesus and Caradwin are friends. So I was glad that he could remind us of that. Oh my! How are you going to spam Jesus is Lord? Are you going to keep spamming that? Where's our other Jesus? You have to take your brother Jesus here and educate them on proper religion. That if you're copying and pasting over and over again the same verse, that's a nuisance rather than helping in your religion. In the rich man's house, there's no place to spit but his face. Diogenes is your savior, a wise man. Oh, let's see here. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is chastising you now. It's good. We have all of these Jesuses in the chat. There's going to be so much. There's going to be like rapture bonus material right here. When you have all the Jesuses getting together, you can get like different versions of the rapture. We don't mind if you hang out, but please don't spam the chat. Tell them. Jesus told Jesus that. Isn't that something? What are your thoughts on the electric acid witch satanic orgy celebration dispenser? Jesus is Lord. He's got one. It's great for those Pez candy as well. You want to put Pez candies in it. Works out real well. Oh my. You're going to Mount Nisa. Where's that at? It's better than heaven? Is that somewhere in Florida here? The 3 Atlas is a syrup? Oh, a psyop. Interesting. Vernon comes on here every day and starts bitching. I mean, he's always talking about Caledon's picture. It's not good enough for his Christianity. It is the privilege of the gods to want nothing, and godlike men to want little. Dionysius. I hope I'm saying that right. I am illiterate. Joshua has many wives. Good to see you. I'm doing well, thank you. How are all your wives doing? Lasagna without pasta is just sauce to you. Yes, what a wonderful saying. Put a little of that Montreal syrup on it, on your lasagna. Iceland necrophilia friend. Yeah, that's her. She's going to educate us on the different places in the museum that have the best spots for watching necrophilia in action. We are doing well. Art Yolo. Hello, first time. Here, are you a priest? Yes. I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. The lady in the painting blinks her eyes. See, I know she does. After a few refers, her head moves for me. This damn chair getting caught on the shit down here. Oh, all right. Nia. He, the lady in the painting, she blinks. Yeah. Deacon, do you keep your spiritual experiences of the All Father to yourself? Would you mind sharing? Yeah, I planned on some of it's personal. But the very first time, I'll tell you the story. I was new to Christianity. So all of the guilt trips were hitting me hard. You know, I did not understand. I was feeling in not having a good relationship with my father already. You know, I just had finished getting laid. So I was feeling kind of sinful. You know, I was living with my girlfriend when I became a Christian at the time, not my wife. This was a long time ago. So I had a lot of problems with demons, as I mentioned in my life, with kind of trying to push me out of my body. And I learned to call upon the Father to help me during these times as a young person. And this particular time, this was the first time it happened since I was a Christian. And I thought I was forsaken by God because I was feeling guilty. I just sinned. I had sinned. Oh, it was a wonderful sin, you know. But I felt so down, and I started drifting off into sleep. And then the spirits came, and I felt them pushing on me. And I said, Father, please don't forsake me. And he said, my son, I will never forsake you. And then I came right out of it. And that was the first time. And that was, it's like it just happened. It's powerful. And knowing that you are never forsaken by your God, it's powerful. And I try to teach people that what I've been given, that you are not forsaken. No matter how you feel about it, you are loved completely, wholly, and truly. You are never separated from God. And this brings to the second time I heard his voice, because I got laid again. I felt, you know, I kept sinning. You know, I just couldn't stop doing it. And I was feeling guilty. And I heard his voice. He said, you did that before. Did I leave you? And I said, no. He goes, you just did it again. I'm here. And I said, right. And as I could feel like his voice going away, it was like I could feel his voice rather than hear it. You're going to do it again. So he was letting me know that I am never going to be forsaken. That I'm never going to be separated from God. Doesn't matter what kind of shit I've done. And I've seen this take place throughout my life. And that helped me to be free of the power of fear from these demonic entities. Learning to practice trust, learning that I'm never alone, that I'm never forsaken. And I try to teach that to other people. God does not forsake you. Doesn't matter what kind of shit you have done. You could be at your worst. You are never forsaken. You are never forsaken. And the church doesn't teach you that. The church teaches, mortal sin. I'm done with you. That's what the Catholic Church teaches. Protestant churches will just make you are hurting God's feelings. Oh, he's crying. You're getting laid. Oh, no. That's not what he does. Now, the All-Father doesn't appreciate sometimes the shit that we do, right? But never forsakes you, never abandons you. You have to reconsider how you think about the Father, the All-Father, and the Great Mother. You have to think of them as the perfect parental realities, that they don't abandon you, that they are always there. And eventually you go deeper in that experience where they become more than that, but beyond father, beyond mother, and to the eros. Then you are loved. Every part of you is loved. The same type of love you feel in sexuality, that total giving of the other person to you. That is what your divinity does. When you're able to grow and mature in that. So I think I'll write about it next week. I'll do a program dedicated to the All-Father and his great love. Now, he wanted me to become a Christian, obviously, in the beginning, before he took me out of the church. And the reason was because I needed to learn the good things in Christianity, which is the stuff about love, not the guilt and the bullshit, but the stuff about love, about the infinite value of the human person. That Christianity teaches that. That's important. If you can get through the bullshit, take that as a matter of fact in this world. Because in paganism, you won't find that. You won't find the infinite value that you have. I've looked through all of the mythologies. The Dagda is wonderful, but without the understanding of you are loved infinitely. With every part of you, you can't say for the Dagda, he is called the good God, not morally, but everything he does is good. You could not come to the conclusion that he is a good father. He does it the best way. It's very important to understand that, and that is a gift that Christianity is, Jesus rather. Christianity is bullshit, but I believe that Jesus taught people to do that. I was just talking with my wife over here about church today. What does church function as? Do you think it functions the way that Christ wants it to? If Jesus was running your local church, he would have people going out to the community, not proselytizing, but giving food, encouraging people, doing activities. The church is the opposite. It makes you feed it. It needs your presence there. Now, some churches do things like that, right? But you go and you feed it. You are there to contribute to it. And what does it give you in return? It makes you feel good about yourself. Like Buddhist monks, they learn how to destroy their ego. And one of the ways they do it is through acts of charity. They'll go and give themselves to the community. Christians don't know how to do that. I know that. I worked in a church. I did this shit. When a Christian's they'll do charity. Now I'm generalizing, right? Not all people are the same. Let's go give to the poor this weekend. They're not giving to the poor. They're giving to themselves. This is a problem in religion, in Christianity mostly, is that the church only serves itself. It does not serve the community. It has rituals. It has songs. It has sermons. But that does not benefit the world. It benefits your ego. That's what the church is. That's my opinion, right? I know some of you are good Christians on here. I'm just a heathen. Take it as a grain of salt. Oh, let's see here. You like to be what I'm on? Oh, God bless you. Thank you. The fox. So who's this woman in the background? That's my lover. That's right. She's always watching over my shoulder. Oh, you're not talking about my wife. You're talking about Karen. Oh, my wife's over there. She was so intrigued about. She came in at the end of the show last night. She's like, there were so many. She wanted to listen. It's like, what can I do for his ED? She was trying to get all these tips and things to help us out, right? Let's see here. So she's listening in today in the background. You feel blessed today? Wonderful. I'm going to light some incense. Yes, you must. Incense is only the proper smoke to be in the background here. Hail Bacchus. This seems to be a very common, similar trend among faiths and beliefs of spiritual beings more real or full than reality. I find it interesting that despite this, many denounce this concept. You are talking very easy, seriously, the lady in the painting. She blinks her eyes. I know. That's why she's there. Just for you. I take all things seriously. Just not the way you want me to. Everything's serious. I take my humor and my sarcasm and satire very, very seriously. Paige, nice to see you. I am highly considering converting from Catholicism to Orthodoxy. What would you say to me? Stop your bullshit. I mean, you're still the same person. You're not going to change by converting to Orthodoxy or Protestantism. What you need is a change in your heart, not in a change of church. That's what you need. I left the church, so you're asking the wrong person, first of all. But I did the church hopping game all the way. I didn't get to Orthodox. I got to Eastern Catholicism. That's why I was a minister. Now, you need to change the inside. The church building, the rituals, the traditions, they can't do shit for you. They may, oh, look, I'm a part of this. Yay! It doesn't do nothing for you. You have to change this person in here. And then, you'll learn this in Orthodoxy. Saint Seraphim of Sarov, acquire the spirit of peace, and then salvation will happen all around you. He lived out in the woods. He didn't have to, he was Orthodox, certainly, but he lived out in the woods. He didn't have any rituals or churches. He had an icon of the Theotokos. That was it. And a wonderful bear to play with. Let's see here. You thought it was obvious that you're a polytheist. It must have been the name that gave it away. Caradwin is your goddess too? Wonderful. Isn't she wonderful? Caradwin is one. Caradwin, you are wonderful. You are not taking this seriously. The lady in the painting, she blinks at you. Maybe she wants to hook up later. Maybe that's what she's doing. Yeah, she's a goddess. She can do what she wants. We can share. You live in Oregon, so it's about 50 degrees down. Wow, that's cold. You love Jesus? Wonderful, Lillian. Wonderful. I love Caledwin right here. Caledwin. They got good food down there? You just went shopping. Can we talk about how meal planning can take a mental toll? It can, because it gets more and more expensive, right? I know. I have 8 children. I give my wife a heart attack every time I go shopping because I don't go to the right store. She wants me to go to the Aldi. I want to go to the Publix. Publix is my store. Let's see here. Is the music coming in fine? I can barely hear it. Turn it up just a bit. Let's see. What is your opinion on mega churches? Scam. I've been to a few of them. You sound like an Oblivion NPC. What is the find of necrophilia in Cyrodiil? There's a lion in my basement? See, I know all the Oblivion characters. Let's see here. It's an old painting they used to make the eyes follow you. Yeah, you've caught the trick. Good to see you, Kyle. Crazy Carl is here. Good to see you, Crazy Carl. And Annan. Jetstream Jack. Oh my, there's Oblivion music in the background. What are we going to do now? You are a person of culture. You are a person of... See, all these cultured people, they understand the sacredness of Oblivion music. It's so frustrating when people come on. Is that Skyrim music? Is this a bit you are doing? Yeah, why not? Jesus most your Lord. Jeez. Oh, yeah, it got cold this week, right, Finn? You in Florida as well? A lot of people in Florida here, right? Darth is from Florida. The worshiper of the old gods is from Florida. There's a lot of people from Florida on here. Let's see here. Yahshua said, no man will get God's glory. I have not seen his word spoken from you. Time is short. The kingdom of God is at hand. What, you haven't seen me speaking his words? I'm speaking the word of Keledwin here. That's what I'm doing. That's why. You don't like lady deities, do you? Stone Age. Praise the nine divines. Talos be praised. Meal prep, anyone buys food in bulk. That's a good idea to do, right? The going to those places that like the blowjob warehouse, BJ's, and Sam's Club, right? The whole gang is here. Yeah, we're all here. You're a fornicator. Oh yeah, it was. There is no God. Good. You won't find him here either. Goodbye. Oh, where am I at? Yeah. Jesus was just a man. Don't care what you think. Your wives are doing good. Good. Can you tell who is God? Yes. Through the imagination. The imagination puts a face on it. The presence and the face, they add up together. Forsake my bag, scammer. Screw off, dickhead. You were saved twice by divine intervention. You are very grateful. Yeah. We have a good All-Father. We have a good All-Father. I'm not going to answer you. I don't have to do anything. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah, read the Dead Sea Scrolls. They will tell you. Inquisitor Bacon has arrived. Everything's not kosher here. Who is God? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Is this Ariana? Who's that? You need a big table to feast. We could all be together. Sounds like a plan. We'll have like a 1 year we'll all get together. After I make a few $1 million, I'll fly you all out on a private jet that I bought off Kenneth Copeland. And I'll bring you all. We'll have a big meal together. Ulf is here, our good Norse pagan friend. Ulf is here. Good to have you here. Ulf. And Rudolph. Merry Christmas to you as well, Rudolph. You are starting early this year, right? We haven't even had Thanksgiving in the United States yet. Oh, yeah, people from all over the world, right? Oh, wow. We're all sitting around the cauldron. Yeah, we are. And I'm way behind in the comments, about 20 minutes behind. Steve is here. Mattress Mac is God to you? Jeez. Put wood upon the fire for the cauldron. The owen's going to bubble up. Oh my, where's my comments going here? You were in Hessen, Germany last year. You went to a pub where they were making delicious versions of endless stew. A course when much better with ingredients. Endless stew. Is that where everyone just keeps putting stuff into it? Wild Reefer was much yesterday. Have to think about it. You had a good time. You learned some new techniques to get it stiff again. We are glad to help you out. Wild Reefer, good to see you. The Bible is mistranslated or misunderstood attempt of explaining how the universe works from a long, dead penis floating through outer space. All right. You had it all figured out there. You have it all figured out. Keradon with his cauldron, yes. A lot of devotees. E.D. Irwin. They said hello to wife. Wife, hello. She's meditating over there in the corner. They're doing some yoga exercises. When is the entertainment? Jesus H. Christ is here. Now we have Jesus. We have lots of Jesuses here in the chat. It's good to have so many versions, each representing a different version of Christianity. We have all of these Jesuses here. Good to have you here, Jesus. And you asked her what she thought of ED. Yeah. What do you think of ED, honey?
Not my problem.
Did you hear? It's not her problem. Something I have to deal with. Yeah, some of you tried the trick where you tie weights on a rope to stretch it out in the morning. I think Steve tried it out. He hurt his penis doing that. That's only, don't try that. That is unhealthy to do. Steve was at the gym. He's like, I'm going to tie my weights to the end of my penis and see if it works. What we learned last night. And he had to go to the hospital. So don't try that. See, people on here. See, look, there he is. He says it's Grindr's problem now. Yeah, he's going to be off Grindr for a while because of his private part. They have put a cast on it and everything at the hospital. I don't think his ED is going to be cured. You know, I want to go sign. Steve, I want to sign your cast. We'll have a cast signing in the Discord group. We can all like do virtual signatures. You could like put like a camera over it, and we can all like virtually sign our names on your private part. That is all wrapped up as a cast. You know, it can get itchy if you have a cast on. So I feel sorry for you, right? You just got to be careful. Be careful. Crazy ass Eric is here again. He keeps repeating his shit over and over again. Thank you for helping my algorithm, Crazy Eric. Florida Gators. And I've been 48 hours now. No exorcism. No one has tried to cast demons out of me for 48 hours. Isn't that something? The fundamentalists have given up hope here. Black cherry, sparkling ice. Is that what that is? Oh, raspberry. That's like one of my favorites. Tropical punch is number one. Then the raspberry. Then the orange mango. That's the other ones I don't really care for very, very much. Yes, Mr. Sense. That's Oblivion Music. You are a person of culture. Juan Ulysses Diaz, 67. 6'9" for me and my wife. That 67 stuff, we couldn't pull it off. I tried to get my wife's boyfriend to be able to do it. Didn't work out. You know, different times for different people, right? No 6'7" here. Let's see here. Chickpeas are $1. Wow. If you live in Florida, have you ate a gator? I have tried it. I have tried it. I don't like it. It's really, really sweet. I did not like it. That was a long time ago. Like, I'll never want to eat that shit again. None of us can handle the truth. Okay, whatever. Crazy ass Eric. You think Florida should erect a statue akin to the Statue of Liberty, but dedicated to the Florida man? Yeah, we are notorious worldwide. This is what Walmart does to people. It makes you lose your mind. Too many Walmarts down here. Be a king. Why does God need praise? Why would a perfect being need validation? Because he's not perfect. He's evil. Only evil gods need you to praise them to survive. That is the scam of the church. We must always worship and praise the God. And when you die, you're going to get your own cloud with a harp. Thank you, Skippy. Can we cast demons into you? Reverse exorcism. No, there's too many in there. There's too many in there right now. You have to wait till they all come out, and then perhaps we can work on something. But there's too many of them. They're all congested. They're always bumping into one another and getting aroused and everything. There's always an orgy going on in here. So it's good when they can be exercised out, because I don't have to deal with all that perversion in my mind, right? I have enough problems in my life. Is Gator good? I don't know. It is not. Want Eric to light your candle. Oh my. You would love to meet me in person one day, Deb. We'll fly you over here to the United States. We can come out and we can smoke a pipe together of tobacco. You met over 17,000 coyotes last year in Texas. All coyotes are pretty. What the hell's a coyote? Is that some type of creature? You wonder if Eric pushes a button. He just says the same shit over and over again. Every now and then there's like a non-human that gets in the chat and repeats stuff. I've noticed that. And sometimes they'll leave comments like, this was really well done. Stuff like that. They're always positive comments. I'm like, what? Why is this necessary? All have come to the goddess Celadwen. Come, Christian fundamentalists, accept the goddess into your life. Accept Celadwen as your personal maiden, mother, and crone. Come be born again of the cauldron of the Awen. Celadwen 3:16. I am the way, the truth, and the cauldron. No one comes to the Awen but by me. In the beginning was the cauldron, and the cauldron was with Celadwen, and Celadwen was the cauldron. Celadwen chapter 1, verse 1. Oh, wow. Let's see here. You think I have an Irish accent? That's what you think? I am an Irishman? It is my dungeon master voice. It is a Faerunian accent. I've learned it from Elminster, the Siege of Shadowdale. That is where I get my accent, my friend. Not from the Emerald Isle. Yes, I'm known for my accents, right? Oh, let's see here. Where am I going? Here? You would be a corpse muncher. Oh, jeez. A corpse muncher. The trick is not to put too much on. Okay. Oh, British Bake Off. Good to see you. Oh, Steve is taking one for the team. Yeah. I hope you sign his cast if you get a chance. Say thank you for your hard work. Yeah. You're in hell? Oh boy. What do druids do? They have wonderful parties. This guy, it's this guy, LOL. I hope you're doing fine. and not blaming nobody for life still. Yeah. Who me? It's your fault, Sean. It is your fault the way I am. Oh, where's Harvey? Harvey's on here. I must have missed the Harvey. Oh, Eric is misunderstood. You think so? Where's the Harvey person? I don't see no Harvey here. Yeah, it's been 72 hours since I've rebuked you. There's been no Christians that have come on and, you have a demon. We're going to cast it out of you. You need TP for your butthole. Michael, do you have a TP shortage where you live? Is there something going on there? Is COVID happening again over there? There's some places COVID never left. Like Vixen was telling me up in Maine, they wear masks. Like sometimes they have like 3 or 4 of them on their heads. What did I just walk into? Spiritual entertainment. That's what you have walked into. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. And you can join our Discord community. There's a join button over there for the price of a cup of coffee. What? God is evil? Yes. Have you tried ham? No, I have not. Does that help? You love gator? You love eating it? It's not for me. What religion is this? Spiritual entertainment. We are a new cult in the world. We've registered. I've registered for tax exemption for being a cult leader recently. So that's what you find yourself here. You are free to join us. So there's not a lot. It depends on how deep you want to go in the cult. Like if you are a male, we start out with circumcision. And that not everyone's willing to go deeper in the cult as a male. Because they're like, I've already been, yeah, we know that you've been circumcised already. We take more off, is what we do. That's only for serious cult members that want to go deeper in the experience. We're still working on I let Maria deal with the females. Maria's like second in charge here. Is Maria here? I don't know if she's here. You are a legion. You are full of demons. The Celtic chieftain is here. Good to see you. You never ate gator, but you ate a patati or potota, a potata. See, I'm so I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read. You never had gator before? I don't like it. Don't like it. You like it fried? I bet you do smoke little pipes. No, I don't smoke. I chew gummies. I don't smoke pipes. What is your accent? You sound Irish. This is an Irish accent. This is the accent of a dungeon master. It's a difference. Now you're mixing up my accents now. I'm like a half-breed now. I got a little Irish dungeon master. No, see, now you're messing me up. You're messing up my accents. Father, are you going to oil up again like last time? Well, it depends on where you put me. The doctor feels good. Yeah, it all depends on where you put me. The oil isn't necessary this time. There's still a lot on there left over from last time. See, listen, Linda. Here's what is shit. May this backfire without time solution. What the hell does that mean? Stay safe. In the name of Keradun, I reject your curse. Krishna flowers. Oh shit! Where did I go? Let me back up. I'll just back up just a little bit. Some of your comments I've lost. You love gator? Oh, wonderful. All these lovers of gator. Oh, my word. Where am I at? Imagine Deacon has excellent dungeon master voices. Yes. I do. There's so many of them. They are not voices, rather. They are beings that exist in my head, and I let them drive for the session. That's how I understand it. Once you create like characters, they stay with you. They stay with you forever. You rededicate Thanksgiving to Hercules instead of turkey. You celebrate Herky Day. Herky Day. You're such a good pagan. Hail Hercules. Heroine Dragonia. Can you recite Dudu? Yeah, Dudurama 69. Yes. Give me Detroit. Dun, 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 dun. Dudu Brown. Yes, that's as far as I can remember. I'm sorry. Some of you probably never heard of that song. That is an old as shit. Titanium Justin is here. Son of the Steely Dan. Good to see you, Titanium Justin. I'm doxing you. How am I doing that? Henry who zooms. Yes, this is a cult. There's no shame here. We are a cult. We are a wonderful cult. Omar, you want to join our cult? I don't want a bunch of crazy pagans after you. Yeah, we have all kinds of magic spells and things. Nice to see you, Spiritus. Where have you been? How was your studies with the? Did you find a different path? Are you still in pursuing studies in the order of bards, Ovites, and druids? Let's see here. This is Keradwin. She is your goddess. Oh boy, where am I at? Are you a Catholic priest? No. I am the high priest of spiritual entertainment. That is what I am. Nothing more, nothing less. We could pretend Harvey. Who the hell is a Harvey? I don't see no Harvey here. Is this like some person who is intruded here? I do not see no Harvey person. This is interesting that you can see Harvey and I cannot. What is Harvey doing? Who will be giving thanks for not being American? Oh my. You keep losing your Wi-Fi? That's okay. It happens. It happens, Paige. You don't have to apologize. You like Demeter instead of Artemis? Or you meant to say Demeter? Go after the gym instead? What does that mean? Oh my word, where are we at? You are thankful to have met some people I would have never met this year if it weren't for the Deacon bringing us together, uniting all peoples in the banner of spiritual entertainment. Oh my! Some really good people too. Yes, wonderful people here. Jeffrey, good to see you. Good to have you here, our good friend Jeffrey. You remind of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power? What is that? I'm lost there. Two hype brothers and a dog. Doo-doo Brown. You remember the song? You remember the song Doo-doo Brown? Some people won't remember that. That was what was that? 1990, 91 or 92, around there. Oh shit. He's incognito. That is why I cannot see him. How nice to see you. Why not? Good to have you. Good to have you here. He's incognito. That's interesting that I cannot see him. And only everybody else sees him. Is he being a prick on here? Oh, he's the LGBT guy. You call him Harvey? Interesting. Oh, now I understand where the Harvey is. What equates the Harvey in that? Is that his real name? I couldn't see that. I did it again. Oh, shit. You are from Google? Well, I'm glad that Google brought you here. Wonderful. You never know what Google will do, right? Sorry, you have a little bit of poop stuck on your testicles. Well, I'll make. That happens sometimes. That's why I got that special soap to wash my testicles. I bought it online for real cheap. They said, like, you want your testicles smelling like pine? We are the person that you will now have in mind. I said, yes, sign me up for that. So I'll go wash them off later, Arcadia. Yeah, I did get your email, yes. And I also blocked you on Grindr, obviously. You don't know how to wipe. I brought the goddess into your life. Wonderful. Isn't that a wonderful thing? You serious? You did not know about Kedadwin? Or are you just playing along with the community here? Let's see. The Labyrinth movie. That was wonderful. The Babe with the Power. Oh, I see. Oh. We know each other from a different street. Oh, I see. It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. What does that mean? HP. I don't understand. You talking about the crotch soaps that they're selling? So how long was the last session of your D&D campaign? Without spoiling, how was the last session? Well, they got in a lot of trouble. They started the session mostly a good aligned. We had one person who was neutral. Now they're all neutral evil because they chose to murder a person in cold blood just to get out of jail. So now they're all evil. So they have taken the path to darkness. I tried to make two different paths that they could choose from, or just go down the middle. But they just said, I don't want to stay in jail, and it just killed some guy. I'm like, all right, you're all neutral evil now. So all of their options for perhaps joining the Hoppers are out the door. Now they have to find a different faction to join, which we will see on Friday. We will see perhaps a faction opportunity for the group to join. Oh, where are we at here? Is your soap on a rope? Of course. Good to see you, Andrea. Good to have you here. Good to see you. I am the goat. That's right. There's only one of me. Your favorite Joe Dirt is your sister? That's a reference to that movie. Don't worry, Harvey. We all know you secretly like being here. Yeah, Harvey. I started seeing you on here. What was it, yesterday? You came for our erectile dysfunction meeting. Remember? You really like what we had to say, and you've come back. But today it is Icelandic culture Wednesdays. When we talk about the exploits of good friend here, Iceland. I can't say her real name because I don't speak. What is that? These strange textures of letters and things. Google knees. I don't know what the hell it is. I have to use Google Translate just to read what her words are. So she is going to inform us today about the glories of the Icelandic culture. Yeah, they walk around naked, for instance, everywhere. Even in the winter, you can see them walking down the street with their private parts just flapping around in the cold wind. And they use ointments to put on the sensitive areas from not getting chafed by the wind. They're just so free there. So it's no surprise. We talked she told us yesterday, or not yesterday, last week, about the necrophilia museum that they have there, which was quite interesting. They are very far ahead in their culture there in Iceland. In the United States, necrophilia is not something that people do here. Um, if you get caught doing it, the fine is 500 gold pieces. So you don't see people doing it quite often here. But there, they have necrophilia. They walk around naked. Uh, One of their favorite sports in the winter time is butt sliding. They like to slide down the ice hills of Iceland on their bare ass. They put a lot of like Vaseline on it and stuff because you can get it tore up by some of the ice shards. But they have it's like they tried to get it into the Olympics, but it did not work. Breakdancing beat them, so they have breakdancing in the Olympics. So that's one of the things that our friend from Iceland has told us. Butt sliding, bare butt sliding in the winter ice. It works better than a regular slide. I've tried it myself. I used to live in Michigan, where it get really lots of ice there. I'm like, damn, they're doing this in Iceland. I got rid of my sled. I'm like, I'm going down this hill on my ass. All of the school chums were out there watching. They're like cheering on, yes, yes, ass drifter, ass drifter. That's what they are chanting. I'm going down this really as fast as I could. My sled could not get me up to that speed that you could when your bare butt going down the ice. Sometimes that can be a problem for testicles. I didn't know that. In Iceland, they have little ropes that the naked gentlemen, when they are doing the butt sliding, they have ropes that they tie around their testicles to keep them from going underneath. I had to go to the hospital, obviously. Some of you know the story of why they call me ET, the extra testicle, because I had got a surgery to replace my testicles, and they gave me one as a bonus, an extra one. Comes in handy. It comes in handy. Like if you want to learn to juggle, you can. You have your own juggling kit. You don't have to go to the store to purchase one. So there's all kinds of benefits from having an extra testicle. I tried to. You remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he was on the Mars? What was that called? Total Recall, right? I tried to get a job as an actor for that when I was younger because I had 3 testicles. They had a woman with 3 breasts. If you saw it, the Total Recall, back in the was it 1990? So I tried to get a job to look at these, and they say, well, that's a little bit too much. Penises were not allowed on TV during that time period. If you did not know that, penises on television is quite new. Breasts, yes, lots and lots of breasts through the 80s and 90s and early to now. Penises are allowed. It's always wonderful when me and my wife are watching a movie. Oh, look, a penis, because it's so rare to see penises on TV. In the United States, in Iceland, it's no big deal. They have in Iceland they have whole shows dedicated to penises. Like they'll have like plays and stuff. They don't have cartoons. Like they'll dress up the penises like they're action figures and things. They had like a real bad stock market crash there where they had to improvise in their art for people. So they started using their penises. They would just dress them up, put little flags on them and stuff like that, and little hats, faces and everything. They would draw faces, all kinds of stuff. There's so much culture there in Iceland, I tell you. They are very cultured people. Iceland she can tell you more than I can. I'm just a neophyte when it comes to the traditions of the Icelandic people. All right, where am I at here? You had no idea they made shampoo for balls. You should see the kind they have in Iceland. I mean, it's miraculous. Jeez. Oh boy, I just go on these trips sometimes, right? I went to Iceland there for a minute. Yeah, the David Bowie movie was good. Yeah. Hail Pazuzu. Is that Labubu's brother? Um, where am I at here? Oh shoot! Must have some shrinking. Yeah, I would imagine. In Iceland, even the jokes sound cooler. Yeah, your Wi-Fi lags. It happens, right? Solo soldier, you have returned. I, you have sinned again. I am sorry. I am a sinner. Celadwin forgives you. Celadwin forgives you. Let's see here. Jeez. We must also walk around with the. See, I can't even pronounce their language here in Iceland. The Nabrak. He translated necropants. Necropants. It's all the fad in like Saudi Arabia right now. They're trying to be like people from Iceland. They're wearing the necropants, but because of it is an Islamic country. They don't allow necrophilia there in Saudi Arabia. So that's something to consider. If you're visiting Saudi Arabia and you are from Iceland, don't expect any necrophilia there. You're not driving away? Hail Dionysius. How awesome for the gift. Yes. The gift of myself is the best gift to many of you I know. Oh, chemistry, your deity is called the Twinkie Winkie. Sounds exciting. Sounds exciting. Eva, stop trying to one-up me. You are rich in jewels, but are you rich in God? Well, it depends on which one you're talking about. Mammon, yeah. Mammon has got all the money for me. We've been talking about working out a deal to inflate my bank accounts. Yeah, so that, yes, I am rich in Mammon. The Icelandic people are very nice, but their Christmases are pretty wild, with novelty and cats eating kids. What kind of beasts do you have up there in Iceland? Your children are being pursued by felines? Is you're having a problem? Do you not feed your cats? Your cats want to eat your children up there in Iceland? That's terrible, right? Imagine running down the street and they're naked to begin with, right? Because they walk around naked. You have a cat chasing you down. Yeah, that's terrifying. TJ, you are from Christensen. You are from Michigan. Yeah. I grew up in various parts. I lived downtown Detroit between 7 and 8 Mile for a period of time. I ended up moving all to different places, east side, inner country. I went all the way to K-Pac. You know what K-Pac is? And then I ended my days in Fraser before I moved down here. I graduated from Fraser High School. Let's see here. You're in hell? The Northern Lights are just Icelanders showing their neon penises to their neighbors. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. You call it the ass toboggan. Shit. See, I didn't know what they called it in Iceland. I didn't want to guess. The ass toboggan. That's probably what they call it. I am the goat of Satan. Well, why would you say that, Eva? Do I have horns on my head? Why am I a goat? Sir, you have a little poop stuck on your testicles? Yeah, we've already talked about that. I got the soap for it. Stop bothering me, grinder refugees. I always block you, and you're always coming here. Yeah, we know you're from Google. You got my information off my profile page in Grinder. Now you're here to harass me. Don't stick a penis to an ice cold pool. Shit. Oh, you're right. I never even thought about that. Then you'd have to pour hot water on it or something to get it off, right? That's a joke in Iceland. In the United States, when you're younger in grade school, they're like, put your tongue on the bar, stick out your tongue, and your tongue gets stuck. In Iceland, they put their penises in a cold bar, and that is the joke because they run around naked up there, right? That would be so painful. Damn. Let's see here. Oh my. How do you replace your testicles? Well, some people donate them. You can get $30,000 for your testicle if you donate it. There are places here in the United States that will take your testicles. So I ended up selling all three of them that I had, because I have 8 children. They're always hungry. So my wife's like, "Why don't you donate your testicles? You don't need them anymore. We have all of these children. You have erectile dysfunction. Just get rid of them." I said, "All right, you might as well make some money." You know, that's how it all started. Uh, Ziza poets of 5. You love this? Yeah, so do I. Telling these embarrassing stories of my life to a bunch of strangers. You know, don't try this at home. Don't sell your testicles. You can if you need to. I mean, $30,000. That was $90,000 right there. My wife took the whole year off. She didn't have to go to work. She's like, "I'm just going to live off your testicles for the rest of the year." So it was a nice year. But now I have no testicles. What am I going to do now? What is left in life? It's all gone. It's all the joys of life are gone, right? But if you have uh, 8 children, you are ready to remove them, right? Let's see here. There's more sheep in Iceland than people. Well, let's not have a conversation about what they do to their sheep. It's bad enough they practice necrophilia in Iceland. Yeah, that's where what's his name? You remember Tom from when was here Saturday? I think he liked watching animals procreate. He was a real pervert, right? He goes to Iceland all the time. Oh, gummies kicking in. Yes, I can feel them coming in strong right now. I'm peaking right now. The gummies are kicking in. Mr. Global has a giant blue spinning space testicle. Is this Testicle Awareness Wednesday? Is that where you want me to go with you? You want me to show you pictures of my testicles that were removed? I think there's some images around here. I'll put them on my Discord page. Join our Discord community, and you can see my testicles. They're on there. They're surgically removed. Price of a cup of coffee. That's all it costs to see 3 testicles. Have you ever seen an ET before? We got all these people. What they are intersexed, hermaphrodites, extra penises, all of this stuff. Have you ever seen an ET, an extra testicle? It is a rare thing. That movie that Steven Spielberg made, E.T., that was really about me. I was Elliot, and the thing was the alien, right? He looks like a testicle a little bit. You see the alien E.T., right? Just a like distorted one. The spaceship, definitely. Did you see a spaceship? It was Steven Spielberg. He was sharing his perversions with aliens. That's why he made up the spaceships, and they all look. Everything has to do with private parts and ET. Everything. Uh, it's Steven Spielberg's perversion. Iceland is known for its very macabre traditions, but it's nothing compared to the Gorai. Yeah. Yeah, you should be proud to be an Icelander, right? Oh, what's going on here? Iceland doesn't have glaciers. They have gave icebergs with gym memberships. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a crazy fighter. You think so? I don't understand how you carry those things around. I had a wheelbarrow. I had a wheelbarrow. Yeah, they used to think they would make fun of me for having elephantitis. I just had an extra one. That was all. The ponds where you live freeze over as a teenager. You took trucks on ice to do donuts. Yeah, that was something fun you could do in Michigan, right? All of those places up north. Yeah, Montreal up there, right? You could do that too. Nice to see you, Tricky Ricky. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Steely Dan is the strongest sheep. You think so? Let's see here. I love how Father Deacon is just going off about the weird things we do in Iceland. Yeah, you do some weird shit there. Oh man, I love all of it. I've been exposed to so much culture to be able to relate to you the mysteries of Iceland. Oh my word. Gravity is a cruel mistress. Now I can clap running downstairs without using your hands. Oh shit. My wife knows what you're talking about. Oh man, that was a good one. That was a good one, Andrea. Thank you. Oh shit. I'm gonna try that now. I'm gonna have my wife run up and down the stairs. I'll put that up on Discord for our Discord members. You can see it for the price of a cup of coffee. You get to see this wonderful this clapping technique of our older ladies. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, where am I at? Paul, you're asking me, is having sex with dead people or animals a sin? Well, not if you live in Iceland. It's not. Their gods allow it there. They have no problem with that. Um, it's all okay for the Icelandic gods. For the Hebrew God, no. He doesn't like people doing that. He'll burn you alive, is what will happen. Oh, not the sheep. Not the sheep. Ivy Drip, nice to see you again. What's the best Blade combo in the meta right now? Some of the ones with the fins stick out. Those are the best Beyblades. You don't hate on ice, and I enjoy. You've been there many times. Used to perform several bands, and you went butt sliding together with your mates. Wonderful. Nice to see you, Daniel. Use a wheat bag. What is that? Oh my word! You steal sheep's wool for making Tiberian sneaker talks. Then you milk worms. They do some weird shit there. I told you. I didn't know you can milk a worm, but in Iceland, their worms have the glands on them to produce milk. If you want to learn about milkworming, go to Iceland. Uh, they have another way of talking about milkworming, but it's too inappropriate. It is the Iceland's. There's some things you cannot repeat on here. Neo-pagans, when you ask them to name anything about their religion, besides doing whatever they want, yeah, that's the best part. Jeez. He says it like it's an insult. You can do whatever you want. We can't. We are enslaved to our God. He punishes us if we do what is wrong. So become pagan. You have more fun. Tyler, you want to shake MSN? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. You never want to go back to Iceland. Your ass hurts, right? You got it all scratched up. Did you have a testicle surgery? Did that happen to you? When you were butt surfing? Just remember, don't be scaring the sheep using zippers. Oh shit! Yeah, watch out. You would love to see the hamster suit. Oh, you want me to get the hamster suit on? Oh, jeez, Deb, you remember that? That's only for my wife. She only gets to see the hamster suit. No one else. That's private, Deb. I can't talk about that stuff. She doesn't know I've been giving all of our secrets away here, but she's over there now. She's looking for the hamster suit. She wants to try it on. Yep, there she goes. Spaceballs Mega Maid sums it up. A little bit of this and that religion. Yeah, it can't be that way. Yeah. Bloodhound Chain Gang Band. That's what you called it, Peach. That's why I love them so much. All right. Adabi Hassan. Are you quoting the Quran there or something? I can't read Arabic. Yeah, watch out for the volcanoes, right? Oh, there's a Muslim. Shit. Watch out. He's going to convert you to Islam. Go ahead, try. See if it works. Hassan, get them. Get these pagans. We need your Islamic skills. The fundamentalists aren't successful here. Maybe you will be. Use your Islam to set them straight. There's people here having sex with dead people and animals, all kinds of weird shit. And we need a good Muslim to set them straight. Yeah. Help us. Help us, Hassan. Try to convert them. Oh, where are we at here? Kilts have their uses. Oh, no. It's okay to have 3 balls on your dog? Yeah, I'm not a vet. Where's Paige? No, not Paige. Andrea. Andrea, can you come? Andrea worked in the veterinarian office, so she'll be able to tell us. Have you had a lot of dogs with 3 testicles when you worked as a vet? Can you tell us some stories? Because I thought it was just a human experience. Oh, my word. Bad company. Just because something interesting doesn't make it true. You don't believe in my testicles? If you join our Discord server, you can see pictures of my ET. I mean, I'm not ashamed to show you, but you have to be a community member. So I can't just show my testicles to everyone. You have to be within the community. Where are we at? I'm trying to scroll to the bottom to catch up to you. Pardon your language? Oh, shoot, what happened? Oh, what is this? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. And demons coming out now. The demon is, feel the burning stare of my hamster and change your ways. Thank you. That was Minsk again. He keeps coming back. So Christian, it was 48 hours since my last exorcism. I feel like I've just had an orgasm. I mean, I feel wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, our good friend, Christian fundamentalist friend, Blue Cell, for releasing me from the powers of darkness. Appreciate you being here. Oh, thank you. Let's see here. Warning, Assalamu alaikum. Another Muslim, they're coming. The Muslims are coming. The Muslims are coming. Where's our friend? We have a Muslim friend on here named Ali. He is from Sweden, but I think he's probably sleeping right now. This is spiritual entertainment. Yes, it is. Oh, man. You want me to show you my hamster? Please show us your hamster. How do you know I call it that? Who told you that? It's time. You're going to make popcorn? You got your exorcism, right? Everyone got to see the exorcism? That's good. Popcorn tonight. You're open-minded. Good. Good. You'll learn a lot here. There's a lot of open-minded people. Oh, let's see. Where are we at here? Dogs with 3 testicles, cancerous growth, sadly. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping you could find like some type of evolution that could happen. Just humans with 3 testicles now, but one day our animals will have 3 testicles too. It's just bound to happen, right? That's the way of evolution. We all evolve here. Let's balls and popcorn. Yeah, whatever helps, right? You could put your balls in your popcorn if you want to. When I had 3 of them, I did all kinds of fun stuff with it. Now I have none. Did I change my pants? No, I would just like. They had special garments made and things. Oh, your dog just rebuked everyone on the floor. You love the dog. We have finally had an exorcism. It's been a few hours, yes. Oh, it was nice. It was nice to get that out. Yeah, 48 hours, no exorcism. It was difficult. It was very difficult. Oh, yeah. I had to change my pants. Well, I don't have any pants on, so it's okay. Oh, you want to see the rabbits? They're downstairs somewhere. Yeah, so we've been waiting so long for an exorcism. It's okay. We will get through this. You have a lot of problems, but we're here for you. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for being here for me. It's so difficult losing, your livelihood in terms of your genitalia. And I'm glad there's people like you, Alan, that I can turn to, that can make me feel like I'm a man again. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you. Oh. Yes, thank you for exercising me. Just one rabbit. Oh, no, no rabbits and no pots. We love rabbits here. Let's see here. Yeah, your last rebuking you believed involved the Spice Girls? Yeah, probably. You don't know who's going to come out. You hear a voice in your room at night. What is it telling you to do? Is it sexual? Father Deacon, how many languages do you speak? Oh, it depends on what neighborhood I'm in. Good to see you, cowboy. Good to see you. The bard and the coffee break. Who could ask for more? Praise be to Kedwin. Nice to see you. Good to have you here. Truth is your butterfly. Wonderful. Yeah. I've never thought I'd experience exorcism so much. I have received an exorcism on here countless times now by Christian fundamentalists. It's quite entertaining when it happens. I'm like, it's just not a good show when there's no exorcism. The exorcism it's so wonderful to be able to have that. How can I break curses? I'm not trolling. I feel as though I have been. I don't practice magic, so I don't know if I have any hard time being paranoid. Any guidance? Yeah, it's real easy to break a curse. Just don't believe in it. You are choosing to believe you are cursed. When you say it's bullshit, it's real simple. Yeah. In terms of spiritual power, right? Eva, you are never alone. You always have a being that loves you. You let yourself be influenced by the curse, by accepting it. People curse me out here all the time. I just say, in the name of Kedwin, I rebuke you. I don't let it affect me. The curses certainly might be real, but when you let them in to here, that's when you become the problem. So the person who cursed you is not the problem, it's you. You are letting them do it. You see some a magician doing some mumbo jumbo, and I'm going to curse you. You just do this. I curse you too, right there. Yeah. My hamster is named Boo. Yes, he will gouge out your eyes. He will gouge out your eyes. That's right. Recommend prayer. Yeah, that would help. That would help too. You may not know this, but the methods of the high priest of the order Melchizedek, Temple Zero. Did you take your gummies today, Father? Yes, I did. I am really high right now. How could you tell? That's right. Thanks for your support. You're wonderful. You're welcome. Oh, where are we at here? Did you? Yes, I did. Okay, where am I going here? Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes. Rask! You are a handsome man. I know. You kept telling me that on Grindr. You were spamming it over and over. Handsome man, handsome man, handsome man. Block, 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 block. And now you've come here to harass me once again. No means no. Block means block. You are the blue cell. You scammed me. Damn it, Darth Raven. You scammed me. You pretended like you were a Christian fundamentalist. Damn it. You can't do that. That's not right. But thank you. I needed to get that one out. Do not forget the goddess Avelina. I can't say that. The Reverend Huey. He lives in the armpit of the United States and has met wonderful musicians. Let's see. I'm going to take everyone's advice. That's right, good. 1 can of beer equals curse breaker. Seriously, a can of beer, right? As it distorts your perception. You're like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to drink another beer. I listened to, we're talking about this, I forgot what the name, looked it up today. Bela Lugosi's dead. Who's that? Bela Lugosi's dead. Who sings that? Howatis or something? I was listening to them today. I think Reverend Huey was talking about. Harvey's on to something. You also have some gods protecting you. Yeah, you let them protect you, right? You let them protect you. They're either protecting you or not. If your gods can't protect you, screw them, right? Why have a god who can't protect you? Like, what the hell are you here for? I used to tell people that when I was a Christian. I'm like, you believe in Jesus and you're afraid of all this shit? Why bother following him if he can't protect you? I mean, what's the point? If your gods can't protect you, screw them. Tell them to get lost. Oh, where are we at here? Handsome but rude, yes. I blocked you. You don't like being blocked. I would say being rude is spamming me. You're handsome, you're handsome, you're handsome. I don't like that on my Grindr. There's serious people on there. Oh, where are we? I got 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left for any last comments or questions. And I'll return to you tomorrow morning early at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brett, it's live again. Yes, it's always coming out. Always coming out. I should look up the guy that I forgot what it was already. I'm too high. Let us in your dark and mysterious path, Father. Show us your ancient ways. Yes, I am right now. The way of Celidwen. The way to her cauldron. Come, Christian fundamentalists. Come to the cauldron of Celidwen. Accept her into your heart as your personal maiden, mother, and crone. Harvey and Brett is in the chat. Wonderful. Spiritual entertainment. Yes, that's what I do here. Oh, Bahas. Yes, that's it. Belagossi or whatever's dead. Yeah, you were a fan? Yeah, I listened to that today because I was sharing music. Like I shared Susie and the Banshees. I shared that with one of my daughters. Like, I already listened to that shit. That's on my goth playlist. I'm like, oh, that's not goth. Susie and the Banshees was not goth for me. She was alternative rock. I'm like, what the Bahas? I'm like, this was goth, and I said, Belagossi's, that was a good one, right? The first time I heard that was at was called the City Club. I talked about that yesterday in downtown Detroit. Isn't that against the church being gay? Not if no one knows. You don't tell people in the church about your Grindr account. I went 30 years, no one knew about it. I was kept it secret. This makes you happy? Wonderful. Wonderful. I started your path to the druid? Wonderful. Wonderful. The undead, yes. Yeah. Shoot, I lost your Mr. Deacon, what do you think about the constellation Sagittarius as it moves through the heavens? And any biblical knowledge you may have gained from your time in the institution? I don't recall any correlation between Sagittarius and the Bible. You'll have to educate me. I don't remember. And I'm not good at astrology. I believe in astrology. I'm just no good at it. The gang is all here, right? Iceland, did you miss the exorcism when you got your popcorn? Someone cheated here. They cheated. They pretended like they were a Christian fundamentalist, and they cast the demon out of me. Good to see you, Manny. Good to see you from Arizona. Good to have you here, Manny. I feel like the new guy. I love watching you guys show up. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Well, I think it was Adam and Steve and John and Harry and Larry. It wasn't just one or two. You should say a prayer over us, Deacon. Bless us in Canada's name. Canadwin, bless everyone here with your goodness and grace. Pour forth your cauldron upon all of the people here. May they all partake. When there you are. Alone the bell toll. That's Metallica, right? Deacon makes your day. It emblazons the feeling when I see all of you. I excite people, don't I? Get all happy inside yourself. We're trying to get more into goth music and literature. He did a good Ziggy Stardust too. He did. He's an Englishman, right? The Bahas was the Englishman. Oh my goodness! Here, where are we going? You're occasionally dead every now and then. Fields of the Nephilim, our great goth band too. Yeah. You're a goth lover. You are cranking it up there, coming in all black into your veterinarian position. That would be awesome. You take your animals in there. This lady in all black shows up. They're like, oh, is this a sex dungeon? No, I'm here to take care of your animals. You're not going to use that whip on it. No. Peter Murphy did a little thing about Love and Rockets. Oh, the Love and Rockets, they were a good band too. They had, what was that nice one about the devil? He's already inside me. Was it about the Antichrist or the devil or something? Sell My Soul. It was about selling the soul, right? Love and Rockets. Or was that some other band? I can't remember. That was a cookie for the fundamentalists, yeah. They have a 48 hours without an exit. Now, that one didn't count. We're going to go on 72 hours. You think it was Adam and Steve too? Yeah. Oh, let's see. If I wasn't a married woman. Oh, someone's already trying to pick up on you on here. It's like, they're not successful with me, so they might as well go for the audience. You had an amazing day working outside in a forest by a large pond, watching the birds watch you work. Wonderful, wonderful. Reading Dracula is being picked by who? Dracula? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, where are we at? Where are we at? Yeah. You have evil critters in your house? You don't need demons? You love the band Aurora? There's a comic called Love and Rockets. Oh, I see. You just like reading Gothic literature. Interesting. Love and Myth. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I had been selling. You're Selling Your Soul is a Black Sabbath song. Now, there's another band. I forgot what they called. It was. It had rockets in it. It was a indie band, I believe. Post-punk, new wave. I just forgot. It was like he's already in me. You don't have to sell my soul. He's already in me. The song was named "You Want to Be Loved," or I know someone will figure it out. We have musicians on here. The Wings of Gabriel. Ooh. Stone Roses. That's it. Damn it. Stone Roses. Yeah. I don't need to sell my soul. He's already inside of me. Yeah, that was a good song. Stone Roses. What? How did I get that mixed up with Love and Rockets? Let's see here. Get all these cultured people. They know what they're talking about, right? Oh boy. Yep, Stone. That's it, right? Peter Murphy from Bauhaus is just a serious man, physique of a ballet dancer, an amazing live. You saw them live, right? Now, when the club that I went to that played this type of music, it was really difficult to dance to. You just have to throw yourself around and stuff. There's people out there on the dance floor. It's all black and the lights, all this playing Skinny Puppy and things like that. Like, how do you dance to that? I don't remember how I did it. I was really high when I was there, so I don't remember. The Catholic Church needs a reefer? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Lots and lots of reefers, right? You're a musician for Teenage Bottle Rockets. Sounds like fun. Oh, where are we at here? Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Andrea is your cauldron girlfriend? Oh, all right. Brother, sorry, I've got to sleep. Hubby's grumpy with me. Show him your clapping trick before you go to sleep. That'll help him. Take care, Andrea. Take care of yourself. Yeah, and I have to go as well. It is that time, right? It is time for me to depart. Parting is what sweet sorrow. But I will be back early in the morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kenwin comes in at the end. So it's nice to be with you. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. I will see you bright and early in the morning there. And come hang out on our Discord channel for the price of a cup of coffee right there. Join. And you can see my three testicles. All right. Take care.